What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Living Free channel. My name is Tyler Freed, and right now I'm running on I-40. I'm about to hit Nashville, Tennessee, and I got a load out of North Carolina, headed over to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Nice long run, probably about 1,100 mile run altogether with deadhead included. And yeah, so that's nice. I'm finishing the week with about 3,400 miles for this week's pay period. And then I have the rest of this weekend, and I go back next Thursday. I go back home, and I'm helping my family move. But as of right now, I still have another week out here on the road, and I decided to make a video for this morning. Yeah, it's 4 in the morning right now, and yeah, I'm just out here running hard. Everything's going good at Crete. I'm going to get into that. But first, before I do that, please like the video, sub to the channel if you're new. If you're somebody that's already a subscriber, I appreciate you for being here. Please go follow me on Instagram as well. If you are new to the channel, follow me, I'll follow you back. And I'm going to get right into it. So the title of this video is going to be Self-Employed Company Driver. I am a self-employed company driver, and I'm going to get into what I mean by that. And I'm going to try to make this video as short and sweet and to the point as possible. How am I a self-employed company driver? That doesn't make any sense, Tyler. Well, yes it does. Because when you are a truck driver with a Class A CDL license, if you are a trucker that is paid cent per mile, or you are paid a percentage of the load, either one, you are a commission-based truck driver. If you are somebody who is local, getting paid an hourly wage, then you are truly an employee, truly. Now, I'm an employee technically because I'm a W-2 employee. I get paid, W-2. I'm not a 1099 contractor. I'm not. I understand that. But the point is the way you operate as a truck driver, even as a company driver, you have to be a business person on wheels. That's what you have to do. Whether you own the truck or not, you have to think like a business person if you are going to be successful in this industry. Okay? Now, if you're somebody that's an hourly worker, then cool. I'm not hating on that or whatever, but this is for people that are, getting paid, like I said, cent per mile, or they're getting paid a percentage. You are a business person. Whether you like it or not, you as an individual are a business person. You are. Whether you own that equipment or not. Now, you have way more responsibility, obviously, if you're an owner-operator who owns the equipment and runs the back office and things like that. Yes, you are truly in business for yourself. But when you have a CDL with a year or more experience, with a clean, safe background, when you have no accidents, no tickets on your license, then you have the ability after a year to go just about anywhere and work. Okay? After a year experience, you should be able to go find a company making at the bare minimum, with any amount of work ethic at all, bare minimum $80,000 a year, and really you should go make $100,000 a year plus if you're somebody who is motivated. Okay? Because you can do it. You can do it after a year. No doubt about it. If you go to the right company, you don't even have to own a truck. You can go make 6 figures. Working at Crete, you can make 6 figures at this company. I'm going to get into that. And for those of you that don't believe that that's possible to do that as a company guy, well, there's Walmart drivers that make well into the 6 figures, and they don't own any equipment. They don't. But the reason I'm making this video is because whether you're a company or whether you're an owner-op, your work ethic is going to dictate the future you have in this industry, period. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give up to actually earn the money that's out here in the trucking business? Whether you're a company or owner-op, it doesn't matter. Because I firmly believe if you're not a good company driver, meaning you're somebody who doesn't hit all the incentives that your job offers you. For example, Crete has a 4-cent mileage bonus that they give to all their drivers that hit 30,000 miles or more within a quarter. So at the beginning of the year, January, February, March, that's the first quarter. It's the calendar months is how they do it. If I hit 35,000 miles from January 1st to the end of March, then I will get paid 4 cents on top of all the miles I did. If I got 35,000 miles, I'll get a 4-cent bonus on top of all those miles, plus whatever I made weekly, my normal pay scale, my normal pay period, right? So, but in order to do that, if you are somebody who is unwilling to run on the weekends, unwilling to run at night, like for example, I got up at 1 in the morning this morning. If you're unwilling to do that, there's a lot of people, oh, I don't run nights. I wait until the sun comes up. I'm solar powered. Well, if you are putting limitations on how much miles and how much money you're going to make this week and over the course of a year. That makes a huge difference in your income at the end of the year. It really does. You could be paid the exact same rate per mile as me. We could both be making 70 cents a mile, and I could end up making $30, $40, $50,000 more in a year than you, just based on my running habits. That happens. At Crete, the top 50% of the drivers here make 100 grand plus, but the bottom 50 don't make that. Why? Because they probably are not, and this is for the OTR division. If you're on dedicated or regional, I know that they pay a little less money, but if you're OTR, the top 50%, all 48 OTR drivers out 21 days, top 50% make 100 grand a year. And I guarantee you, even the people that are not making 100, they're at least making 85, 90, low 90s, mid 90s. That's what they're making. And so that's still pretty good, right? As a company driver, it is. But if you're going to hit that 100 grand, you are going to have to stay on the road. You are going to have to run this truck as if you own it. If you work for somebody, work your job, run that truck as if you own the truck. Hit all your fuel stops that you're supposed to hit. Run the truck safely. You're going through a construction zone, don't speed just because everybody else is. Because guess what? If you get a ticket, that affects your career. It does. It affects your ability to get hired somewhere else if it doesn't work out at the company you're with. You got to think about that. It affects the company too. And they're not going to give you that bonus. If you're getting a bunch of tickets and you get in an accident because you're being reckless, guess what? That company's not giving you the 4-cent bonus like Crete does. Because that bonus includes, hey, fueling where you're supposed to fuel, being safe, not getting tickets, all of it, and running efficiently at the same time. If you can't hit those incentives, I don't think you should own a business anyway, personally, because your work ethic is terrible. Now, if you're a hard runner and you treat this job like you're running a business, see, Jay-Z said it best. He said, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. And what he means by that is I don't have to own a business to run my life like a business. See, I'm a business. Tyler is a business. I don't have to have a big office building and a bunch of employees working under me and a big warehouse or whatever, and what people think of when they think of somebody owning a business. That's what they think. But there's people making millions of dollars from their house talking on their phone. This is the information age. Things have changed. Business has changed forever due to the internet and the information age. And the point I'm making is I have an income statement. I have a balance sheet. I have a cash flow statement. Every single person in the world has financial statements, whether they know it or not. I have an income, I have expenses, and I have what's left over. That would be my profit for the month. And how much money I make with my job as a truck driver dictates how much money I can save and put in into investments that make me money over time forever while I sleep. But in order to have that extra money to invest and actually accomplish my goals of retiring early in life, in order to do that, I'm going to have to bust my tail and run this truck as if I own it. And I do. I run this truck as if I own it. And I believe that everybody who wants to be successful in trucking, when they're first starting out, you need to run that company truck as if you own it. You need to hit every single incentive that that company offers you. And you will hit those incentives just by having discipline. That's all it is. It's just discipline. Self-discipline will equal success in trucking. It will. Okay? It will. Simple. I know guys that own trucks outright. They own a truck, they own a trailer, fully paid off, owner-operators, but they only work 2 weeks out of the month. And there's nothing wrong with that. They can do whatever they want to do. It's their life. But they're not going to make nearly as much money as the guy that's still running 4 weeks out of every month, because there's 4.3 weeks in every month on average. Okay? So say he's only taking 3 days off a week, okay? You got to factor that in to your job as a truck driver. You do. Whether you're an owner-op, company driver, doesn't matter. But if you're running like 3.5, 4 weeks versus the guy that's only running 2 weeks, well, guess what? That guy's going to make way more money that's out hustling most of the month. He's going to make way more money. He is. And so same with the company guy. If you're going home all the time and there's a bunch of things that you're unwilling to do, like get up early and drive through the middle of the night, you're not going to do well. You have to think like a business person. How would you want this truck to be operated if you owned it and you hired somebody to drive it for you? You got to put yourself in that position. When you think about how to run, even as a company guy like I am, I think about, hey, if I owned this truck, how would I want it to be operated? I would want it to be operating 24/7 if I could. But I want it moving every legal minute possible. That's what I want. And that's how you maximize your income out here, is by running the road. It's very freaking simple. Keep the left door closed. Fill up where you're supposed to fill up. Don't speed. Manage your time correctly. Be willing to run anything they give you. And you will do very well at whatever company you're at. Crete's just an example. That's where I'm at. That's why I'm using them as an example. Okay? And if I'm not a good enough truck driver to hit that quarterly bonus that Crete has every single quarter, without a doubt, if I'm not good enough to at least hit 30,000 miles in 3 months, that's only 2,500 miles a week. That's it. That's all it is. And if you can't hit that at a company that has unlimited contract freight, like, I don't know, 70% drop in hook, okay? And they run all 48 states. Dude, something's wrong with what you're doing. You got to ask yourself, hey, what am I doing wrong? Not what is the company doing wrong. What am I unwilling to do? And is that unwillingness to do that thing affecting my income, affecting my production? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is yes. Your habits are affecting your production. So the point of this video is, please, if you're watching this channel and you're new to trucking, understand that you are going to have extreme self-discipline. You're going to have to learn time management. You're going to have to be mentally tough and treat this job as if you own the truck, as if you own your own business. Because guess what? You own yourself, and it's up to you to make the money at that company. It is. Especially if you have a year experience or more, it's definitely up to you to go find the money. In your first year, it's for learning. I mean, a lot of people start out in companies, I understand, that they're just not very good companies for experienced drivers. So, get in, get your experience, but after a year, there's no excuse for you to not be able to go out and find money in this industry. There's no excuse. There is money everywhere in this business. I don't care what division you're in. But again, your work ethic and your habits are going to dictate your future. It is, period. So that's it for this morning's video. I really appreciate everybody who has stayed tuned till the end of this video, who has listened to me. And I really appreciate all the support that I've gotten. And I hope everybody has a blessed day, a blessed weekend. And if you're watching this video weeks or months later, I really appreciate you for clicking on this video. God bless. I hope you have a wonderful day, and peace out.